AEW All In Texas is this Saturday, July 12th, and these are my predictions. This is a different style of video than what I've been posting recently, but I thought I'd try something new. As of the time of this recording, there have only been 9 matches announced, but anybody who's ever watched an AEW pay-per-view before knows by the end of it, it'll probably be about 53 total. So to kick off the show, let's start with the AEW Women's World Title match between Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. This is definitely one of my more anticipated matches of the night. It's unfortunate that there are only 2 women's matches, and one of them's a gauntlet, which is good. You get a lot of women on, but also there's not really any focus on any other feuds besides this World Title match. And I'm hoping that Toni and Mercedes get plenty of time to just go out there and do something special. Honestly, even though I love Toni's character, I'm going to say give the belt to Moné. Next up is the TNT title match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher. I feel bad, but Adam hasn't really done much with the TNT title, and maybe Fletcher will have better luck as champ. Plus, Kyle has been putting on some bangers over the last year or so, and I think he deserves to hold some gold. Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada for the unified title. My 2017 self is going to go nuts when they ring that bell. I just hope Okada puts his working boots on for this one. Not sure why, but my gut says to pick Kenny, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Then we have the Women's Casino Gauntlet. AEW hasn't announced yet if the winners are going to earn title shots at a later date, or if they're going to do the weird Money in the Bank, weird contract cash-in thing like they did with Christian. I'm going to assume the winner's just going to get a world title match at All Out or something like that, which I think would be cool. We know the number 1 and number 2 entrants are Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne. It really feels like Statlander is leaning heel, possibly joining the Death Riders. So it would be weird for her to win this Casino Gauntlet, especially if I also think that Mercedes is going to win the Women's World Title. Honestly, I can't think of a big enough babyface really to challenge Mercedes. Maybe they do Willow again. Actually, I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to go with Athena. Yo, wait. If they do Mercedes and Athena title for title at All Out, woo, man, that would go crazy. Next is the Young Bucks taking on Swerve and Will Ospreay. It would be crazy for both Swerve and Ospreay to not be eligible for the AEW World Titles over the next year. But there is a tiny part of me that feels like they could do it and just have a Swerve and Ospreay feud for the next year or so. But I don't know how well that would work out. So I think I'm just gonna go with Ospreay and Swerve on this one. And for the AEW Tag Team titles, we have the Hurt Syndicate defending against Jet Speed and, for some reason, the Patriarchy. I don't see any reason to add the Patriarchy into this match unless they're doing it to win. There's no reason to have to protect Jet Speed from being pinned. They've been doing it the last few weeks, so they shouldn't have a problem with that. So yeah, I'd say I'm going to go with the Patriarchy, because otherwise why add them into the match? Then we have the Men's Casino Gauntlet, which should be really fun. I've been enjoying MJF and Mark Briscoe's feud, kind of building out this match, and plus we'll likely see Mystico or guys like Ricochet. I'm really hoping to see Beast Mortos in there. That'll be fun. There's always a chance of returns like Darby Allin or maybe Eddie Kingston. I don't know what his injury status is. I assume if Darby were to return, it would probably be something to do with the main event. Honestly, if Darby won the Gauntlet, I feel like it would really spoil the world title match at the end of the night. So the safe bet, I think, is MJF. We also have a trios title match with the Ops defending against Claudio, Yuta, and Gabe Kidd. I was really hoping to see Pac return. I guess he still could. I don't know what his injury status is, and maybe he would just do a run-in or something. This feels like a bit of a nothing match. I'm not super into the Death Riders right now. I just hope the Ops can retain. Maybe they move on from the Death Riders and actually have a feud with, I don't know, any other trio. And finally, we have the main event in a Texas death match for the AEW World Championship. It's Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. I can't remember a time I wanted somebody to lose a title so bad. In fairness, I haven't completely hated the Death Riders the last month or two. I'm not super into them, but I didn't hate them as much as I did when they first started, for sure. And I really don't want to wait even longer with Mox as champion just so Darby can come back and win it. I say, let Hangman be the hero he was always meant to be, and give him that world title. And these have been my predictions for AEW All In Texas. Let me know in the comments if you want more videos in this style, and comment with your predictions for All In. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.